right in and start filling in our nails. So it's been about 2.5 weeks since I last did them, and you can see the growth. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to take my file and I'm just going to start filing around the edges and buffing the top of the nail as well to get this shine off. That way we can fill them in with all of our products. So you are going to need to remove all the shine. Okay, and you do want to make sure that you're filing down around the fake nail. So you see the difference between this is the real nail and then here's the fake nail. So you want to really file that edge down. That way you're getting anything that has lifted over the past several weeks. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish up these 3 nails off camera and then we'll be back and ready to start the fill-in process. Alright guys, so everything is filed and prepped and ready to begin. So for starters, we're going to go in with our step 1. This is our bond. So you want to apply this only on the natural nail. And what it's going to do is it's going to dehydrate it and get it ready for our dip powder. Step 2, and this is the base. We're going to be doing our dark pink dip powder again. You're going to want to apply a layer of base and then dip, and then another layer of base and then dip again. Alright, so you want to apply the base all the way at the cuticle. And I am kind of pulling back on the cuticle somewhat and just cover that entire nail. Like so, and then dip. And you don't want to force it. And I kind of tap the sides just to get the dip powder to, you know, glide up on the nail easier. And then there's coat number 1. So we're going to go ahead and do the first coat on the rest of them. So here we go. Alright guys, so now that we have dipped everything, now we're going to go and brush off all the extra powder. Like so. So this is what it looks like with one coat, so you can clearly still see, you know, where we have filled them in, but don't worry, that will change. So we're going to go ahead and do step 2. So we're going to go ahead and apply our base for a second time. Making sure that we do a really good coat. And then dip again. Alright, so there's coat number 2. So we're going to go ahead and do the rest of the fingers, and then we'll move on to the top coat. Alright guys, so now we're going to go in with our natural powder. That way this will protect the pink color on the nail. So when you file and stuff, this is going to protect you from removing too much of the pink. So I highly recommend either going in with a natural powder or a clear powder as your top covering to protect your colors. So we're going to go in with this now. And we're just going to do one layer of the natural. So you're just going to coat your nail like you did for the pink. and then dip it. Like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and then we'll move on to filing. Alright guys, so now we're going to go with our step 3, and this is the Seal Protect. So this is going to harden all the layers together. So you're going to want to apply 2 coats of this to make sure everything hardens like it's supposed to. That way when you go in and file, you're not filing off chunks. So we're going to let this dry and harden, and then we'll move on to the filing portion. So I'll file the sides, and I always hold the skin back just so you can really get in there good. Alright, and then you want to kind of shape them just to get off the rough edges, pretty much. And then I like to file around the cuticle. So at this part you want to be very careful, but it is necessary to do. And if you have a drill at your house that you can use, then that's definitely ideal. So just file gently around the cuticle, and then I take my buffer block to file and buff the surface of my nail. And with this dip powder, like, it doesn't take a lot of filing, because if you dip it properly and correctly, then it'll come out really smooth anyways. So you won't have to spend a lot of time filing, and that is the best part. It is that simple. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones off camera, and then we'll be back to do the finish up. Alright guys, so now that all the filing is complete, I'm just going to take a baby wipe and clean off the extra dust. And you can do this with a lint-free wipe with some alcohol, which is what I normally do, but this was just kind of laying beside me, so this is what I'm going to use today. You just want to make sure all that extra dust is off. That way we can go in with our top coat. Now we're going to go with our top coat, and you're going to apply 2 coats of this. So the first coat is going to look a little matte, but that's okay because it's doing its job. And then the second coat is going to be the shine. Alright, so now that the first coat is on, you're going to want to let this dry before you do the second coat. So that is what we're going to do now. Alright guys, so this first coat is now dry, so I can touch them and nothing smudges. So now we're going to go in with our second top coat, and this one is going to give you that shine. Alright guys, so both of the coats are dry, so we can go in with the final step, which is our Nourish oil, and this is for your cuticles. So you just apply this around the cuticles, and it's just going to, nourish them. And if you've cut up your cuticle just a tad bit, it'll help to heal it. Oh, that feels so much better. And it helps them from drying out and everything too. So there you have it. That is how you do a fill-in with dip powder. And here they are. beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure to comment and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And I will see you guys in the next one.